everyone, it's Shell from Scrap Secrets and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a haul from Honeybee Stamps as well as the August Hero Arts kit. So let's just jump right into it. I did buy some things for the girls, so I don't have everything that I bought, but I'll tell you what the things were that I don't have. I already gave them to them for their birthday present. So the first thing that I got was the Honeybee Bee Creative Glue. I do love these. I have several of them, but I think everything was like 20% off. So I always pick up glue when it's on sale. I do like these ones. I also have been using the Bearly Arts glue. If you can see, that has a finer point to it than this one, but I love both of them. So those are my go-to liquid glues. Okay, then I bought 4 of the paper packs that were retiring. The first 3 that I'm going to show you, I bought one for the girls to share, one of each one. So this one is Summer Stems, and so pretty, and that's Oreo. He's decided to jump in the video. Apologize for that, so you might see a tail. He's up on my desk right now. So that's the Summer Stems. This is the Hot Tropics, and I love these colors. They're so pretty for summer. And then Rainbow Birthday. Brooklyn is like such a fan of rainbows, so I got that. And then I bought this Fresh Brewed one just because they're on sale. And I don't think, so I think they're moving to a larger paper pack size for these instead of these 6x6s. I think they are, Kelly said you could get 2 A2 size card front panels out of one sheet. So it's something by 8.5. So I believe they are discontinuing these to make room for that. So bought those. Then very randomly bought some things. I think these might have been in a clearance section because I don't know why I would have bought them otherwise. But this bunny basket, how cute is that? And like you can layer the basket together so you can make the inside dark, a little bit darker. You can ink it up, but I love that it has the texture on it. You could even do different colors on that with the little bow, and then the bunny itself. You could make it a chocolate bunny, you could make it a white bunny, and then you're gonna do some shading on it. So lots of different things you can do with that. And then I got the Basket Weave Slimline cover plate. And now this one I know was on sale because I would not have bought it otherwise. I'm trying to be better about that and order things when they're on sale because I know that certain companies do sales at certain points of the year. So whenever there's a sale, I try to grab some of the sale stuff that I've wanted that I've put on my wish list. And this was one of the things because you don't have to use it just as that. Like this would be really cute for the back of like a Rapunzel card because of the braid. Like it looks like a hair braid if you look at it. So really, really cute. You could do a lot of different techniques with this. So I think that I might actually do a Rapunzel card with this one. Okay, got a bunch of stencils. The stencils that I gave to the twins were the Rainbow Wishes, which is a set of 2 stencils, and it creates, you can create each little color of the rainbow, and then there's clouds. Ribbons and bows, which I have. I think I have, I don't have the rainbow one, but like I said, Brooklyn loves rainbows, so I got that one for her. Ribbons and bows. So this one actually I do have, and I have the stamp set that goes along with it. I didn't get the girls the stamp set because they're not so much into, I don't think they have enough room either to keep stamps. So they really like the stencils though. They really like the idea of stenciling. So it's the same kind of effect that you can get. So it's rainbows and bows. And then I also got the Nordic Winter and the Damask set. So I think this is the Nordic Winter. I'm gonna see if it says it on here. I don't, oh yeah, Nordic Winter, it says it right on the top, Nordic Winter. And I believe that I already have this one. So I think this one is going to go into the giveaway pile for the Christmas series, which I will be talking about very, very soon because we have a lot of good stuff going on for that. And then the next one is the Damask one, and I don't have this one, so this one is staying with me, but I believe they were on sale. It doesn't have the prices on here. So there's that. And then this one was on sale, this Better Together, which was so adorable. Look at these critters for fall, which I can't believe that we're already making fall and like talking about Christmas cards. Like that just, where the heck has time gone? It just blows my mind. This one, I have one from last year. I think I have one from last year because I think I bought it again because it was on like the retirement sale. and then it was in there again, and I love this one. It probably will be part of the Christmas series, and this is the Lantern A2 card builder. So you can make a card out of this, or this fits so nicely on the front of an A2 size card, or you can put it on a 5x7, so because it'll take up a nice portion of it, but you can still see like patterned paper and stuff like that behind it. So there are a lot of different things you can do with this. So I do have a card, I believe it was in my last Christmas series that I did with this one, and I absolutely love it. And then this one must have also been on sale again, or else I wouldn't have purchased it at this point because it's kind of an Easter thing. But this is the egg crate layering guide, and then this is the die set. So many pieces in here, and it obviously doesn't just have to be for Easter. You can do it for a lot of other things, but I thought that was really cute, and I think that you can do a lot of different things with it. I don't have the stencils that go along with it, but you can easily stamp patterns onto here. You don't need a stencil. There's a lot of different things you can do to stretch your supplies. So I think I'm gonna do kind of maybe some videos on that, ways to stretch your supplies if you don't have what, there's a lot of coordinating things, and sometimes it gets really expensive. Actually, it always gets really expensive when you're buying things. And sometimes you can't always buy all of the coordinating things, but you can repurpose some of the things that you already do have, or even may have bought in the same release, to go ahead and create something similar to what is recommended in the bundle. So that's just an idea that I have. Again, I have more ideas than I actually have time to do all of this stuff in, and that's kind of the sad part for me now, especially since I'm going to be traveling a lot more with my job. So I'm already started. I've already done one Christmas card for the Christmas card series, which I will do a kickoff video probably in the next couple of weeks, because it actually is going to start at the end of September. So crazy. Okay, so this is the kit for August. So this, so you get some ideas with the premium kit, and then you get some with the regular kit. And then in the classic kit, there's a clear stamp set, 4 Park Scene fancy dies, 1 sheet of papaya, canary, palm, kiwi, woodland, and mist cardstock. And I will show you what those look like. Here are the colors. So these obviously are a little bit more like fall colors. So they're a little bit darker than some of the ones that have been offered in the past. So that's okay. So this is 5.5 by 8.5. So that will give you 2 card fronts, or you can fold it in half and make it a card base. So these are nice and thick card stacks. So love that. I love when they give those out, and it's kind of like a great way to, it is a great way to get people like a little bit of a sample of the cardstock that they do have available. Brass embossing powder, so it's 1/2 ounce, really pretty. And then I also got a 1/2 ounce of gold earth safe glitter. So I don't use glitter a lot, but I am going to figure out what to do with this. I think I have an idea for one of the things that I am going to be making for the Christmas series, which won't all be cards, by the way. So I always say it's a Christmas card series, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's always cards. Okay, and then I got the dies that come with it. So I'll show you here. So here are the tree dies, the mountain dies, and then this is so there are a lot. There's like 2 sets of mountains, grass, and then so it's so you have grass, the trees, and then the low mountains and the higher mountains. So those are the dies that come with this. And then there is a stamp set. So let me grab one of these pieces of cardstock, and then you can see the fonts on here. They're nice and bold. This looks like it would be a great set to create masculine cards with. So again, we might be doing some masculine cards. So maybe that's what we will do today. I didn't think of anything to do, so I am going to, that's everything that's in the kit. And this is the August one. And I am going to now turn the camera down so that we can work on a project, and we might try to do a masculine card. We'll see. I took a couple of the dies from that Hero Arts kit that you saw, and I cut out the trees from some green cardstock, cut out the mountains, and what I'm now realizing are rocks. I think I said they were mountains in the other one, but I believe they are some rocks. I cut them out of 2 different shades of gray cardstock, and then just cut the bottoms off to make it more of an even layer at the bottom. And I also cut out a piece of tan cardstock using that die, that wavy die from Honeybee Stamps. We're going to use the Honeybee stamp set called Sandy Shores to add a little bit of sand to that. I wanted it to kind of be like the beach at the lake when you walk out. I wanted it to be more of a lake scene. And so I am just marking off where the bottom of those rocks are and then where the beach would be, because we are going to add some water. To do so, I used a stencil set from Honeybee Stamps called Layered Waves, and there are 2 stencils in there. One is the base and one is the top. For the base layer, I'm using Mermaid Lagoon, and then for the top layer, I'm using Peacock Feathers. So while you're watching me do this and then also stamping out the sand onto the beach, I am using Ground Espresso and Walnut Stain in Distress ink, not Distress Oxide for those ones, because they stamp a little bit better than the Distress Oxides. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of story time. So this week was kind of a crazy week. I had a really, really good call at work. I got a lot accomplished, so I felt really, really good. And then this weekend, so today, was my niece Nora's first play ever. She was in Willy Wonka, and she was Mrs. TV. So it was really, really cute. That was this morning. My niece Bella came with me, and so she is actually performing tonight in Footloose. So I wasn't going to be able to go, and now I think I might be able to go. So if there's tickets left, I probably will be doing that tonight. I'm very excited to see Nora up on stage for her first time. Bella, I think this is her 6th year doing this, so she's like a seasoned pro at it, and she was so sweet. She helped Nora get ready for the audition. They picked a song together. She had her practice, and she gave her some pointers on how to go ahead and audition for the show. And obviously it must have worked because she was actually named in the cast. They had like, if you were a supporting cast, you were down at the bottom, and it kind of just had everyone lumped together as like Oompa Loompas or squirrels or town folk or whatever it was. But then if you had a main part, you were at the top. So she was at the very top, which was very exciting for her first year ever. So it was really, really cute. They did a great job. So I was super proud of her and super proud of Bella for stepping up and being like a mentor to Nora. It was so cute. She wanted to really help her out. So it's always nice when I see all my girls helping each other out. It was really cute. So back to the card. I did go back and add some tumbled glass Distress Oxide to the top of the scene just for the sky. And I apologize. You will see the camera shift around a little bit. Lucy was on my desk again. She's been in a lot of the scenes. She's actually laying down on the ottoman next to my desk. She's been down here all afternoon, which has been fantastic. So she's been super active, and we're going to go with it as long as, she's willing to be active. So did that, added some tumbled glass, and then I went ahead and took some Copic markers. One was in C3, and the other one I think was C6. The darker one was C6, and just went over those embossed lines, which are really great because it gives it so much dimension with the embossed lines, and then going over it with a Copic marker really just makes it stand out. And then I layered the 2 together where I wanted them to be, and then added a shadow in to that layer, the bottom layer, because I'm going to pop them up with some foam tape. This is the 3M foam tape that I got off of Amazon a long time ago, and I still have so much of it. Again, you see Lucy's tail in this. If you hear anybody, it is probably Oreo. He's underneath my chair. They've been chasing each other around in the craft room all day, so it's been hard to get anything really done because they keep jumping into everything, and I have to keep taking things away from them. It's kind of giving me a good excuse to clean my craft room, which is a nightmare in itself to try to tackle, but it'll get done. So anyway, I used my craft pick to go ahead and take off the backing of that foam tape and then put the 2 together, and then I'm going to use my Bearly Arts glue to go ahead and add it to the card front. This works so well. It, like I said, it has such a fine tip. I really, really like this one a lot. It looks like I probably am going to have to get a replacement for it. Not that it's nowhere near being empty, but I really do like this one. So I'm going to go ahead and take some scissors and just cut the excess off that piece of white cardstock. And it is a pearl white because I knew that there was going to be some white in the lake and I wanted it to be a little bit shiny. So I cut that paper down to a 4 by 5 1/4, and then I'm just layering everything on top of it and then cutting off the excess. And now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with the trees. So before we do that, for those rocks, I went and popped that top part up, but the bottom part is actually glued flat onto there because I wanted to give it dimension, like the rocks were coming out at you, but the bottom of it was like receding into where the lake was. So also, I didn't put foam tape on the bottom of it, so it's kind of a happy accident that that happened. So I just went back in and added a little bit more glue to the back of that, and then added glue to the back of the trees. By the magic of editing, you don't have to sit there and watch me put glue all over the back of the trees. So I am now going to take 2 different colors of Copic markers. It's YG17, and then I don't remember what the other one was. Let me just check real quick what the other shade was. I believe it was YG17. It was, yes, YG17 and G28, and added some little lines into all of the trees, just to give it a little bit of texture and dimension. So the YG marker, the one that I'm using here, is very close to the color of the paper. So when I'm adding the lines in, it doesn't do a lot. When I go in and add the G28, it really adds a lot of dark color, but I think I added a little bit too much of dark color. So I used that YG17 to go over all the trees and blend it in a little bit because it was really standing out too much. So I had not enough, then too much. So then I did the, the Three Bears thing just right and went back in and colored it in, and it smoothed everything out. So it really ended up looking a lot better. Like, I'm looking at it right now on my desk, and it looks a lot better than it did when I didn't before I had colored over it with that YG17. So again, just adding some more lines, and then you're gonna see me now color these trees in. I should have done this I shouldn't have picked such a dark color for the second color of the branches, but because the first color was so light, I wanted to kind of counteract that, and I did not pick very well. I probably should have used a scrap and saw how it looked on there, but that's just not me. That's just not the way I craft. I kind of just go with what I have and make it work. So that's what we did. And now I'm adding in some Copic marker in E25 to add the branches in, and I'm going to bring in the trunks and then the branches at the top, and I just kind of went straight up. I actually didn't do the branches, I just did the tree trunk actually. I could have gone in and added a little bit of the branches to it, but I decided against it because you're not going to really be able to see it. And then I added a little bit of grass at the bottom. There is a die there that'll cut out a grass layer with some flowers on the top of it, but I decided against it, and I went with this Rustic Wilderness. And the first time I went in, it was really light, and then I put more on and I added a little bit too much in there. So I think I might go back in with a little Copic marker and try to fix it, because there's kind of a harsh line between what is considered the grass and what's the trees. So I'll fix it. Now I'm going in with a pen and this one is from Faber-Castell. It's a Pitt Artist Pen 101 in white, and I'm going in and adding snow to the top of the mountain caps. I do have that puffy embossing pen, or the puffy pen, like the snow pen that I could use. I just decided against it. Didn't feel like bringing out my heat tool and all that stuff, and I just wanted to add a little bit of snow to the top of the mountains. Again, this is a masculine card. I didn't want to go overboard with a lot of stuff. I'm also taking my Spectrum Noir sparkle pen in clear and going back and adding in a little bit of sparkle to the white, and then I went over it with the water, and you can't see it really well on camera, but in person it is so super sparkly. And that was the only thing that I really wanted to sparkle in all of this. I wanted to keep the rest of it kind of plain, not plain, but just a little bit, I guess, less sparkly to keep it kind of a masculine card. I do have a very difficult time creating masculine cards, so this set really, really helps. I think any outdoor set will do it, makes it a little bit easier to create a masculine card. So I'm using that Bearly Arts glue to go ahead and glue the card down to the card base, and that is the card for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have comments or questions, please feel free to leave them below, and I'll see you again real soon for another video. Bye!